This product here we purchased from Bunnings, and it's good, it's light, it's easy to work with. Just cut it with a grinder, and you can either pot rivet or use a little pan head screw, and then over that just put whatever product you're going to use. Because of the flexibility and the lightness of it, is a big favour for doing caravan renovations. And of course, when it gets down to the shower base that you see on this video, we obviously waterproofed the floor, which was marine, but we decided just to give it a little bit of a rubber type of texture. Then after that, we've notched out the wall frame, and then that way when our panel comes down, it's going to be a beautiful waterproof seal. We've also continued this on for the bed frame, which is at the back of the caravan. Again, weight is everything, and the worst place we really want to add weight is at the rear of your caravan. So again, we've used this type of product, which is on your screen, and what we've done is put some drawers underneath and put some areas in there so we can have a bit of a tunnel boot at the back. So this is very simple, quite frankly. You've got a top and bottom plate and your stud work. With the stud work, we've doubled it up. They can interlock and become very, very strong. And we've used that here for the divisions, for the drawers that we'll pull out, and also just given the base just a lot of strength. There's one behind the mattress, and we'll put a few other supports in throughout. And where we've built these channels here will also be where we can, in the back section obviously, will be where the tunnel boot can go. So there's different ways that you can do wall frame. You can do it out of the timber, which is what we've done with the kitchen. So have a look at what we've done with that. That's just using a 19mm by 40mm treated pine. I think I've mentioned that before. Very important to use treated pine and not the dressed pine that you'd see in the Bunnings stores and what have you. Use PVA and screw it together using a pre-drill so you don't split your timber as well. So anyway, a bit of cabinet making coming out there in me. The bench seat that we've got here now, and that was the original shape that we used as a template, so that's going to work out nicely. You can fit 3 people on that, and it's just above the door, so that'll be fantastic. So you can tell from the kitchen we built that all out of timber that way, and it's just filled with drawers, which again is from Bunnings. And again, one thing you have to be super conscious of is your weight. So we want more weight down this end, or we want the weight over the wheel arches. That's why a lot of caravans have their fridges over the wheel arches as well. So we've got the hot water system. Now the hot water system is here, so it just misses those wheel arches and the moulding outside to work out beautifully. Then we're going to have a small garbage bin here as well. So then as we're prepping, the sink will be here, centre of the window. We can prep a little bit and put the rubbish into the bin that we're going to create. The advantage of that as well is it's a little bit lower. We've got a step here, and then we've got our washing machine. Now a lot of people will say, hey, we've had a washing machine, we've never used it since we've had it, and I guess that's a personal thing, and that has worked out perfectly. In the original design of the caravan, the water filler is directly behind there, so where we would have had to play around and make a hole, we're actually going to be able to use that. Going back to the bed, so the bed will be here, and then there's going to be a wall here. Now the biggest issue has been, after many changes, is where the toilet was. It was going to go where the fridge was and have a step up, and that was just didn't really work. The original vents for the fridge that are here, once this is panelled, we'll have a few other vents as well, so any heat and smells obviously will be able to be removed. So there'll be a wall here. This will go back as far as possible, and there'll be a box here coming down from the overhead as well, coming that way, and we'll put some pigeonholes in there. That way we're not going to interfere with the windows and what have you. Fine, as you can see, we're using marine ply for the kick rail, very important. Once we've got everything built, this kitchen will come out in modules, so we can unscrew it. We're happy with everything. We'll remark the floor, so then we know when we put down our flooring where things have to be. It's pretty much built this way for several different reasons, so my wife can see everything and she's happy with heights and size. And the second thing, so when the plumbers and electricians come in to do the what's called a rough wire, they can run their wire in and we know exactly where everything is. That's where I want the fan, that's where I want the TV aerial, and so on and so forth. This is part 2 on walls. Just remember to pre-drill and screw when you are doing your timber. Don't just screw in, you will split it and lose all your strength.